Yo, what's up with the lag today? It's been weird to be completely honest. It took me a while to actually log in. But besides, the login lag that I just experienced, I don't really have any other problems. And I'm well aware that currently the game has some ongoing technical issues regarding jumps and stuff like that. From my perspective, I haven't really encountered that, even though I've been jumping a lot lately. Who knows? Maybe some systems are affected, some systems aren't. I don't know, but in any case, well, time to do my favorite activity in this game. It's time to blow up some ships. As usual, it's been it's been my favorite thing in EVE for the last 4 years I've been playing this game. And I have been playing around with the new, well, technically new ships. As you will see today, the Sael definitely has a DPS impact, or should I say a DPS reduction if you're not using the battery mode. But should be kind of funny today as usual. The Strat still remains my favorite cruiser currently, since Bombard is Bombard implant is still Bombard implant, and as we all know by now, Bombard is a bit broken in the burst department, a bit broken in the damage output. It's not a secret. I think at this moment we all know that a Bombard implant is a bit on the OP side of things. But despite that, I still do fly other ships. Obviously, I still like the Sael, the Cloaky Cinnabon, and this is the ship that I'll be using today. Now, we have a Gila, and I have two of these ships. Unfortunately, I just realized while I was recording this that I forgot my original Saels, and I don't have a secondary battery mode to equip, so I just have to use the ship in this current state. Yeah, kind of crossing fingers that the Gila isn't really tanky, since the battle mode really makes a huge difference DPS wise on the Sael. Right now, this ship will perform like a Cinnabon without the extra DPS from the battle mode. And I know it's not exactly called the battle mode anymore. It's the rapid fire thing. I don't know the full name of it, but it's the rapid firing module that I'm missing here. Well, there is the Gila. It's actually an exceptionally good weapon, and seems the Gila is also moving, I would say moving fast. Not entirely sure if they're having a afterburner like a warp drive. In any case, I'm definitely faster than the Gila, so I'm not really worried about the speed at the moment. And I have to say, this definitely does feel like a tanky one. Usually most ships get torn to shreds by the Sael within the first 10 seconds. This Gila lasted... Actually, it's still lasting, it's still holding. I'm convinced that we might have a decent build on our hands here, since it's not every day that ship just survives the Sael for this long. I also appreciate the extra 4th slot on the Sael, makes this build feel a bit more natural. Okay, I'm keeping 22 kilometer distance. Okay, that worked. Gila has been destroyed. Let's take a look at the wreck.
We're under attack.
Okay, oh, assault drones dropped. Beautiful. That's a good loot drop right there. And good thing is I have a cloaking device, so I can just simply cloak in space. Don't have to dock with timer. I can just cloak and vanish. There we go. I thought to use the A extender, but figured out to use the... I just ended up figuring out to use the Covertop's cloak in the end, so yeah, I didn't really have time to change the build too much, so this is basically what I took. And let's take a look at the Gila here. 2.12 billion, actually a decent build for a change. A large booster, battery and a full tanky build. Also integrated tank rigs. That's a solid Gila build. I actually like this build. I also love how all the most expensive items dropped. That's a good catch. 455 million is beautiful. Well, I definitely need those drones. That's going to go straight to Yita very soon. Now, quite the traffic here, and we have a Oracle, and besides the Oracle we have a bunch of other ships and a bunch of other activity in local. So we will be focusing on the Oracle first. And there's a pod, okay, so one ship less, I assume. Now, I'm not really sure what was the good warping for the Oracle, so I'll just...
Warp drive active.
I'll just go to check out to see what's happening in the mission there. And this is why the Stratos is simply perfect for such operations. Has DPS, has the tank, and has pretty much everything that you need. And I need to do a Stratos roam very soon. Okay, there is the Oracle. Not exactly from the gate. Okay. Let's see. Oh, and we have been scanned. Isn't that just convenient? Lovely. Well, let me see. That asteroid belt over there can be... Wait a second. What? Why decloaked? Well, that's not what I planned. And a Cinnabal popped in. Okay, let me just...
Warp drive active.
Let me go to the Oracle. First, the Oracle, after all, that's the primary target that I primarily plan to go for. Okay, I'm at the belt, and let's return to the Oracle at 100. That should be the good warping distance to the Oracle, or approximately the best warping, since they don't really have a well, good warping. So this will have to do. Okay, we have the Oracle. Now let me align myself towards... Okay, the Cinnabal left for whatever reason. That's a bit weird. Well, launching drones and aligning myself towards the belt in case something else pops in. That's a lot of drones, by the way, a lot of drones. Oracle is going down, Oracle destroyed, and let's warp out.
Warp drive active.
Well, that was funny. I'm not really sure what was happening here, not really sure what was going on here, but that was definitely funny. I actually expected the Cinnabal to rush the Oracle as well, but I'm not really sure what exactly happened there, so let me see the Oracle and let's see what we have caught here. 720 million ISK. That's a decent loot drop. That's a decent loot drop. Well, that was definitely a unexpected situation, but it ended just fine. But let me return to the mission to see if the Cinnabal returns. Will be funny if they do return, since
Warp drive active.
I have my bombs loaded. I can definitely pop a Cinnabal without a problem. Well, okay, seems clear. But I'll just lurk in the shadows and I'll just wait. Maybe they do return. Who knows? You never know. 2 bomb cruisers. Yeah, that's definitely going to be enough for a Cinnabon, I believe. Well, 2 high-level bombard cruisers, that is. Okay, well, the symbol did not return, so next I have seen a ship disappear at one of the Nihilus entrances.
Warp
So
drive active.
I will go and check them out. Maybe there is something interesting inside, who knows. Didn't exactly see what ship it was, I just saw a signature, so could be a cruiser, could be a frigate. In any case, they did vanish at one of the Nihilus entrances. I have been told that the Nihilus entrances have been bugged, that you can't enter them most of the time, and yep, seems to be the case with this one. Unable to enter, which kinda sucks because I believe there's a ship inside, but I guess I'm not going to be allowed to go in. And let me just check the second one, just in case.
Warp drive active.
I'll definitely check out the second one if I can enter there. If not, I'll just take the Cloaky Venture and then I'll comment to see what I can find. Could be good, could be, you know, could be something. And I am not entering, or nope, okay. Destroyer or below. Well, that's fine, let me go and
Warp drive
get
active.
my good old battle venture. I'm fairly sure it
Warp
was a
drive
coveter or along the lines of a coveter that entered the level 70 hills, but you know, you never know. I'll just check the second one as well, because knowing my luck, I probably missed a coveter here or something similar, but also knowing my luck could also be something else in a
Docking
different one.
request
So
accepted.
we will be taking a little ride inside of the Nihilo space just to see what stuff we can spot inside. You never know, could be something good. As always, I have a lot of mining equipment in this hangar here from mining ships, and that's priced quite decently. And I did make a Yeta trip. Actually, after I finish recording this, I'll do a Yeta trip again, because I have to sell a lot of stuff. I made about, I think, 4 billion ISK last night just selling stuff, so yeah, I'm getting better with the ISK, that's for sure. Still nowhere near as much as I used to have, but it is something. I have a lot of stuff to sell, so finally I am not lazy to sell stuff. Okay, let's go to the Nihilus entrance and let's dive in to
Warp
see
drive active.
what we get. Maybe tonight, actually. Maybe I actually don't know when I'll do the Stratius roam. I just want to fly around and see what I can do with the Stratius, because why not? I believe that's potentially going to be fun, because I have some certain systems that I want to visit, and I need to scout some systems again to see what's been happening in my old territory. Well, this seems to be empty. Let's just go to the main mining zone. Thankfully this little ship is fast, so it's not going to take too long. But yeah, might even check every single mining site on the Stratius run, because why not? Could potentially be very fun and interesting as well. There was also a wormhole, but I didn't really enter there because there is nothing much for me to do there. Unfortunately, not the type of wormhole that I was looking for. It would definitely suck if I got inside and if I got stuck inside, you know. did feel like the wormhole was about to collapse, so I didn't really bother to go in. But we will see what the next journey will bring me. Should be quite interesting and should be entertaining, definitely. I had the idea, but this idea kind of is more for the actual G-Space wormhole, to basically go in and log in space and never dock, basically, to see how long can I survive. Well, this seems empty as well, and yeah, I think the ship went in the other sites. This one is empty. Well, that's my luck. Unfortunately, the game didn't allow me to enter the level 7 anomaly, and I would suspect the level 7 anomaly has the ship inside of it. Oh well. I guess that's just my luck. Could have been a very fun ship to catch inside of a Nihilus space like that. Again, I personally really enjoyed hunting ships in Nihilus space sites like this, because not many expect to be jumped, because, you know, they would think that you can't scan them down, but you can actually scan them down even without having the blue scanner. If you're fast enough, if you can scan them down before they jump, you will basically land on the gate and you can just go in. That's the thing with these sites. You can easily just scan down a ship on the gate and then just jump in the gate. The trick is to be fast. The trick is to scan them down on time. And I always found the Nihilus space to look good. I remember when it was launched originally, it was one of the heavier things to render. I know my old phone struggled a lot with it. And we also used to run the combat Nihilus space sites that I haven't been in for maybe 3 years now, or maybe actually no, it's not 3 years. I have definitely been inside of them, but not to run them, but I have been inside of them to basically shoot other ships, other player ships. Well, I was unfortunate. I expected something, but at the end of the day there was nothing inside. Oh well, not in this one at least. Well, and I returned to the original Sael's. This is the expensive Sael's that I usually fly when I don't fly the first one. I fly the second one. And as I mentioned last time, this ship also has a cloaking device, but this ship does have the special module. And as I mentioned before, the battery mode is no longer the battery mode. It's now the rapid firing module, basically a universal module that can be fitted on some other special battleships and on some cruisers, as we can see. I kind of preferred the battery mode, but I guess the cells needed to be balanced in a way. After all, the battery mode was indeed strong. I mean, the rapid firing module here also does give some good DPS. I would say about the same DPS, but you definitely lost some utility with the battery mode, with the rapid firing module here, because you use fuel now and you can no longer cloak with it while it being active, that is, which kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. Unfortunately, it is what it is. And well, that was a prophecy. Actually, it felt tanky. This prophecy felt tanky, but at the same time, I don't really have a full DPS glass built on this ship, so I can't really complain about the lack of DPS. Usually, I have gyro stabilizers on this ship to improve the DPS, but you know, when in null, I prefer to have a slightly different build. And yeah, that was a tanky prophecy. 2 adaptive harness and 2 repairs. Not bad, decent. tanky prophecy build. Doesn't have a afterburner or a micro warp drive, but you know, that's fine, I guess. Doesn't have to have that all the time. I personally prefer to have a propulsion module on my ships. Usually I prefer to have the propulsion module on the smaller class ships like cruisers, frigates, destroyers, and battlecruisers. On battleships can go without a afterburner or micro warp drive, especially if it's a super tanky battleship. They can go full tank just fine. But yeah, not exactly. It's a balanced build between tank and DPS with the prophecy. Now let me show you an example of very bad timing and very bad luck. We have two incoming ships. One of them is a transport ship, the red one, and one of them is a chameleon. Now the chameleon was indeed lucky because we have been already focused on the transport ship here, and we didn't even realize that it was a chameleon up until it was too late. And yeah, the chameleon popped in the second the mammoth got destroyed. That's when the chameleon popped in, and I didn't really have the time to look at the spawn point of the chameleon, so I wasn't really sure where to go. Which, yeah, definitely did suck, because the chameleon is definitely a much more valuable target. But at the same time, the chameleon could also very well be a Sino ship. Wouldn't be the first time we saw a super capital dropped on us from a chameleon. The ships are actually used for Sino very often. I believe it's because of the tank. The chameleon can be a very good Sino bait ship. It can take hits. It has very good shield resistance, and it can be built to take a lot of damage. So obviously that makes the chameleon a very solid choice for opening a Sino, for example. I haven't been using my chameleon a lot. I have one. I actually planned to do a video on it. We'll probably do the chameleon video tonight or tomorrow, and who knows when that will be uploaded with my bad internet, but I do plan to fly the chameleon. I do like the ship. It's interesting. Has tank and potentially a lot of DPS, but my chameleon is also a tank fitted chameleon. That's just how I prefer to fly the chameleon and Gila. The Stratius is for full DPS and glass. It can do the job just fine. The chameleon is more for the traditional build, traditional tanky build. Well, the chameleon probably gone by now, so yeah, wasn't able to catch that ship, unfortunately. So yeah, let's just look at the mammoth, and hopefully it was, nope, empty one. Lovely. Well, that's just bad luck, but it happens. Not a big deal. Not a big deal.
Docking request
Okay,
accepted.
well, we have a rattlesnake, but my sixth sense is telling me that I will be a bit too late for the rattlesnake. The rattlesnake did seem to be fast and doesn't seem to have a good warp in. I'll just take the Macari, I'll cross my fingers. Maybe I do catch it, maybe I don't. Maybe they do aggro me, and that buys me enough time to actually change ships, take my navy and land on the rattlesnake. A lot of things can happen in a very short amount of time. If I miss the rattlesnake, well, I'm fine with that as well. There will be more, so there will be more. You miss some, you catch some. It's just how the game works. Yeah, I didn't forget to put my gyro stabilizers back in this ship. I did take them out when I was recording the Sael's video, and I kind of didn't bother to put them back in until now. So that was funny. In any case, let's undock and And maybe we have a good LowSec catch, maybe we don't. I would say probably not. I just don't have the feeling that I'll catch this ship. But I am not going to know that until I try, so let's just go in. Let's just go in. And yeah, if you're wondering, is this
Warp
still
drive
the
active.
original old Macari? Yes, it is. This ship is in game year prehistoric, one of the first faction battleships to be produced. I love to keep mentioning that because not many survived from back in the day. Most have been destroyed, sold, yeeted, reprocessed, and things like that. Yep, this LowSec is a sniper, not a good warping from any position. Yeah, not going to work. I will try to approach, but I don't think that's going to work as well because it's a bit too far and they will definitely notice something that's, yeah, they were warping. Okay, fair enough. Well, as I mentioned before, sometimes you catch something, sometimes you don't. Yeah, they are warping to the station, which means I can technically go back and wait for them, but I don't think that they will come back. I don't really think that they will come back after seeing me in local now and on grid. I don't think that they'll come back. It's fine though. As I mentioned before, sometimes you catch
Warp
something,
drive
sometimes
active.
you don't. It's always a nice attempt though.
Undocking.
Always exciting to attempt to catch a ship like that. Now we have a Raven that's sitting at 100 from the gates and maybe aligned, but I don't think that they're aligned anymore. So let's go and see what's going to happen. I take the Macarial just because it's faster, although I also
drive
thought to take
active.
the Chameleon for this ship, but decided against it because, believe it or not, this ship is actually faster than a Chameleon in warp. So, oh well, never mind. The Raven just vanished from the system. Okay, that's weird. In any case, I'll definitely check out the mission site just to see if something is up there. Maybe they crashed and they're still on the grid. You never know. But I'll just see what's waiting for me in the mission, and then from there I'll decide what to do next. But I think they left the system.
Warp drive active.
I think they left the system or canceled the mission. I believe that they canceled the mission. It's been a ongoing thing for a while now that the ships just cancel missions when I'm in local, which is fine. I can't blame the pilot for doing that. If we see something, then they left the system. If we see wrecks and nothing else, well, okay, I see one wreck. Yeah, I think they have left the system. Oh well, in any case, it was still worth to try. And well, with that being said, that would be it for today. I'm personally looking forward for the
Warp drive
Stratius run
active.
that I'll do. I don't know what to expect really. Might end up being between PvP and PvE, depends on what I find. If I don't find anything, it will be a PvE exploration room. If I find something, it might be combined. We will see. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. And with that being said, stay safe, fly safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.